Coming up on the Fox Sports Report, may the 4th be with you. UCLA awoke the force in early April, and Oregon softball hasn't lost since.
This game can humble you in a heartbeat, and every single one swing of the bat, that could be over.
Roseburg calls on Heiberger to replace 4-time state champion Bill Thurman.
You know, he's a great coach, legendary coach. You're talking about a guy that spent 45 years working with kids.
Plus, for the second straight series, the Blazers have to climb out of an 0-2 hole. And I put on the mask and spray some paint with the pros. All that and more is straight ahead on this Wednesday edition of the Fox Sports Report. Hello everyone, may the 4th be with you, but also don't forget about those birds. It's National Bird Day, everyone. Show some respect. Welcome to the Fox Sports Report. My name is Sky Muller. I'll be bringing you 30 minutes of sports coverage. We start things out on the gridiron, where the Oregon Ducks have wrapped up spring ball following their spring game this past weekend at Autzen Stadium. Quarterback battle was put on display for the Oregon faithful to see, but only part of the quarterback's abilities could be shown, as the QBs were not allowed to be tackled during the spring game. Head coach Mark Helfrich explained why he made the decision to make the quarterbacks off limits.
You want the quarterback to be tough, you want the quarterback to be competitive, and all those guys were, whining to me and complaining that they couldn't be live, and I'm glad for that. At the same time, like we talked about, it's not the best situation for the long-term health and welfare of our football team. And so nobody wins in that situation. You want to see guys get hit and react to that, but you just can't do it.
I mean, we're trying to do what's best for them, so they know what plays they can make, so they shouldn't be too frustrated.
It's a little frustrating because you never know if they really got you or, if they did actually get you, but it's just something, as a quarterback, you just have to, just have that in mind, try to hit the open receiver and use your arm more than your legs.
An official depth chart naming the starting quarterback has still yet to be released for the Oregon football team. Switching over to the diamond, the Oregon softball team is coming off 2 dominating wins in their doubleheader yesterday when they hosted the Utah Valley Wolverines. The Ducks outscored the Wolverines 26-0 through the 2 games, as the Ducks improved their overall record to 40-6. Oregon also extended their winning streak to 13 games. Senior pitcher Sheridan Hawkins spoke about what this Ducks team has been doing to get those convincing W's.
I think just being aggressive and sticking with our pitching approach and kind of just attacking hitters and being the hunter instead of the hunted.
Well, like I said, this game can humble you in a heartbeat, and every single one swing of the bat, that could be over. But right now, we just got to worry about our locations with our pitches. Make sure we pitch ahead, which they're starting to do. Hawkins is doing much better with that, and Kleist, she's controlling the strike zone really, really well.
The Ducks next go on the road to face the Cal Golden Bears and one of the top pitchers in the country, Nisa Ontiveros. But Oregon is ready for the tough challenge.
I think it will be. I think that, they're, like I said, they're a good team, and I think it'll be really fun to play them. And, she's a good pitcher, and I believe we're good hitters, and I'm going to store my faith there. So.
Well, you're going to see a lot of rise balls. That's all that's all I know. And, both are pitching very well this year right now, so it should be a good matchup.
Game 1 of the 3-game series takes place 3 p.m. on Friday in Berkeley. Moving to the track, the Oregon Twilight this Friday marks the final home meet of the regular season for the Oregon track and field squads. Most athletes experience senior day once in their college career, but for 5-sport athlete Liz Brenner, it's her 3rd and final one. She says it's been a blast.
I've had so much fun at the University of Oregon, getting to do all the different sports and be a part of all the different teams that I've gotten to be a part of, and it's really setting in, but I've just had so much fun, and I couldn't be more thankful for the opportunities that I've gotten here.
One of the biggest things that come out of this is senior night for the Oregon Ducks. Lots of seniors there, last competition here, as well as I think we have over 24 former or pro Ducks coming back to compete, which is something that we've been trying to do and build here the last couple of years. So excited about all the old faces that are come back, and then exciting for what we have to do to continue to get ready for the Pac-12 championships next week.
Oregon head coach Robert Johnson spoke more about what it means to have former athletes come back and compete.
You know, they've helped us for so long, and they've been a huge part of our success, and they're one of the building blocks. And for them to be able to come back and talk to, chat, mentor, influence our current athletes is huge. Definitely one of the ways we continue to connect the old and the new.
Not so much. I mean, we haven't really had any hammer throwers come back. For me, I think that the biggest influence on my athletic career has always been my Uncle Tommy. And, you know, he still lives here in Eugene, and I'm always talking to him, so he gives me a lot of the words of wisdom, as you were talking about. So, yeah.
The next event for the Ducks is the Oregon Twilight. That takes place Friday, starts at 1:30 p.m. at Hayward Field. In high school football, the home sideline of Finley Field in Roseburg is going to look a little different next fall. After 45 years, Thurman Bell stepped down, and today the school announced Springfield's Dave Heiberger as his replacement. Heiberger was chosen from roughly 20 applicants. The former Millers head coach spent 4 years at Springfield, taking them to the state playoffs every year. Now he has big shoes to fill as Bell led Roseburg to 332 wins and 4 state titles in his tenure with the Indians.
You know, he's a great coach, legendary coach. You're talking about a guy that spent 45 years working with kids. That's legendary. You know, you add on the success that he had and the structure and the format that is Roseburg football. It's exciting to go down and be a part of that. You know, it's a good deal.
Heiberger said he called his former team in for a meeting at lunch today to notify them he was leaving for Roseburg. Over on the pitch, the Portland Timbers have found their winning ways. They haven't lost their last 3 matches. Timbers' next game is their first against their Cascadia rivals, the Vancouver Whitecaps. Cascadia Cup is awarded to the top team between the Whitecaps, Sounders, and Timbers this season. Timbers haven't won the Cascadia Cup since 2012. Timbers head coach Caleb Porter spoke about what it would mean to win the Northwest rivalry title.
I'll take an MLS Cup over Cascadia Cup. But at the same time, if we can finally get the Cascadia Cup, I haven't done that since I've been here, then I'd love that.
The Timbers will look to improve in the Cascadia Cup standings when they next travel to take on the Vancouver Whitecaps on Saturday. And here on the Fox Sports Report, we want to remind you to try to exercise every single day. Here we have U of O pitcher Sheridan Hawkins volunteering her time to empower and inspire young softball players. Girls are learning softball skills, but also learning all the important skills to be a healthy athlete and adult. Staying active is one of the best ways to stay healthy. Get out and play, people. Coming up after the break, we'll recap and break down the Blazers' performance last night as they could not hold on to the lead against the Warriors in Game 2. And later in tonight's show, you will not want to miss my attempt at paintballing with the pros. It definitely was a learning experience and also a painful one. Don't touch that remote. FSR, we'll be right back. Welcome back. The Trailblazers held an 11-point lead last night in Game 2 on the road against the Warriors, but the defending champions would fight back for a 110-99 victory. The Blazers were outscored 34-12 in the 4th period, as the Dubs' ferocious comeback was just too much for Portland to handle. Blazers now down 0-2 in the series. They are in familiar territory as they dropped the first 2 games on the road in the first round against the Clippers. But they came back to win 4 straight and the series. For the Blazers, this loss does still sting.
Any loss in the playoffs is a tough loss, but tonight especially, because we were in control of the game, we had an opportunity to steal one on the road.
It sucks. It sucks right now, but you got to get over it and move on, and we aren't going to hang our heads, and we'll be ready come Game 3.
Series comes to Portland for Game 3, which takes place on Saturday. To the only NBA playoff game of the night, dancing LeBron James and the Cavs looking to go up 2-0 on the Hawks. First quarter, Paul Millsap down low, tip in, 11-8 Hawks. Later in the first, things would change. Cavs in transition. Kevin Love hits the three-pointer. Cleveland takes a 13-11 three. There would be a lot of threes. This time, LeBron, he was dancing beforehand because he knew he had the touch tonight. Bang, 21-16 Cavs to J.R. Smith. This one contested, doesn't matter. It was one of those nights. Cleveland up 62-32. Later in the second, Smith again. I mean, there's just no stopping it. Skip to Mylou down the court. Cavs out to a 30-point lead. Time expiring in the half. Pass gets to Love. Triple. Cavs had 36-point lead at the break. They would run away with it. They take a 2-0 series lead. It was announced today that Miami Heat forward Chris Bosh will miss the remainder of this season as he is recovering from a blood clot. Bosh has not played since February, and he said he feels fine to return to the team, but the Heat organization and doctors feel it is not worth the risk of having him return and possibly further damage to his health. The 11-time All-Star has been traveling with the team throughout the postseason run. Heat currently up 1-0 in the series against the Raptors. Game 2 tomorrow. King Felix looking to lead the Mariners to a sweep over the Oakland Athletics. Bottom third, Marcus Semien just has Felix's number. Takes him deep, solo shot to left. Semien's 7th of the season, 1-0 Oakland. To the top of the 5th, Nelson Cruz, boomstick, baby. Hits possibly the longest home run for any Mariner this season. Mike Blowers on the call said he'd never seen a ball land in those seats at O.Co Coliseum. Projected at over 440 feet. Seattle up 4-2. But bottom 5, Kyle Seager can't handle J.J. Redick's grounder. Rarity for the Gold Glover, 2-run score. Oakland takes a 6-4 lead. Top of the 6th, Dae-Ho Lee. The Korean product brought his big boy bat to Oakland. That cuts the A's lead down to 3, and he was not done. Top 7th. Just as he finishes trotting around the bases, he had a lot of mileage in the bat today. Does it again. A 2-run shot. That gives Seattle a 9-8 lead. It was a shootout in the Bay. That score would hold. Mariners complete the sweep. They next travel to Houston. Giants looking for the sweep as well. They're taking on the Reds on the road. Rough second inning for Giants pitcher Jake Peavy. Brandon Phillips, Yabo, solo home run to left. That ties things up at 1. Later in the inning, Eugenio Suarez, he goes a little deeper, adds a run to it, a 2-run shot, 3-1 Reds. Still in the bottom of the second, Zach Cozart, the ball flying out of Great American, 2-run homer to left, 5-1 Cincinnati. To the bottom of the 6th, Peavy still in the game, Adam Duvall takes them out of the game, 7-2. They would hold on to avoid the sweep, that being the Reds. 7-4 the final. Giants, they host the Rockies tomorrow. The struggling New York Yankees received some bad news today as one of their top batters in the lineup is headed to the disabled list. Alex Rodriguez suffered a strained hamstring in the loss to the Orioles last night. He will be placed on the 15-day DL. 40-year-old A-Rod is owed $42 million over the next 2 seasons, which are expected to be his last. Currently owns a 194 batting average as the Yankees came into the day tied for the second worst record in the American League at 8-16. U.S. women's soccer icon Carly Lloyd made history today as she has become, and rather been named, a spokesperson for the beer brand Heineken. She is the first female athlete to ever be endorsed by a beer company. Lloyd is FIFA's 2015 Women's World Player of the Year. She said she feels honored to be breaking ground with women athletes in sports in any way that she can. The owner of Heineken is a female as well. Lloyd said she is excited to finally start seeing women's soccer receive the recognition it deserves. After the break, we will show you my attempt at paintballing with the National X-Ball League Seattle Thunder. I'll give you a hint. It wasn't pretty, but you will not want to miss it. And over on the ice, the Penguins and Capitals win at it. Game 4 in Pittsburgh. Caps need a win to tie the series up at 2s. Could they get the job done? We'll break it down when the Fox Sports Report returns in a bit. Welcome back. This week in the extreme sports group, Nitro Circus is coming to Eugene to put their ridiculous skills on display at Autzen Stadium. One of the Nitro Circus athletes is inline skater Wake Shepman. At 19 years of age, this phenom is already changing the sport. He was the first person to ever land a 1620 spin on skates. I'm not an expert, but I think that's 4.5 rotations. He did it on a mega ramp. Shepman spoke about what tricks he will be performing on Nitro Circus's tour and what fans can expect to see at the big event.
I do a couple jumps. I do some double flips, front and back. I do my 1620, and there's some contraptions in the show as well that you'll have to come and see. Shopping carts, bathtubs, lounge chairs. I mean, that we take down the ramp, we just throw wheels on them and go. You know, that's the whole goal, is to push yourself and just find out what's possible.
Some great stuff there. Nitro Circus will be performing at Autzen Stadium this Saturday. Still tickets available, but details, if you want them, visit nitrocircus.com. The Seattle Thunder invited me out to their practice field in Harrisburg, giving me a chance to learn paintball from the pros. The paint has since dried, the welts have faded, but thankfully we have a video to show you the war. I'm out here at Diamond Hill Paintball with the captain of the Seattle Thunder, Corey Field. Corey, how's it going?
Good.
Thanks for having me out here. I'm a little nervous because you just told me you got hard paint. I don't know what that means, but it doesn't sound...
You figure it out.
Oh, the hard way.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
Yeah.
I know you guys are going to light me up today, but can you at least give me some tips to maybe I can get a few shots up?
Well, the best thing to do is to sit in this big Dorito and just shoot everybody. Because this thing is, we call it the Fortress, because he's got to come get you.
So I'm just going to sit in the Fortress and blind fire all day long.
Perfect. I'll try and move. And we'll see what goes on from there.
All right, well, let's try it out. I want to try it out. Let's get going.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, we're going to slow-mo this and put some smoke. That'll be awesome.
I got hit.
Ow. How'd you get up here so fast? Ah. Post-match breakdown. All right, after about 5 matches, I think we're like 4-1. I did take one off the V of my fingers there. Didn't feel too hot, but I got like 2 headshots, so we're looking pretty good.
He's at the right side of his bunker, Skyler. Try to get sneaky and sneak up on him.
All right, good stuff. It's gonna do it for us champions. Let's go back to the studio. A big thank you to the Seattle Thunder and Diamond Hill Paintball. The next match for the Thunder is a tournament starting June 24th. That is in Nashville, Tennessee. We only had one NHL playoff game hit the ice tonight, but it was a key Game 4 matchup as the Penguins could really take control of the series against the Capitals. They already hold a 2-1 series lead. Alex Ovechkin looking to avoid losing 3 straight to the Penguins. Getting geared up, taped up. First period, Pens down 1. Trevor Dal fires a wrister, gets deflected into the back of the net, tied at 1. Second period, Pittsburgh leading 2-1. John Carlson snaps a goal to tie things up. Back up at 2s. Third period, Penguins, Matt Cullen misses a go-ahead goal by just a few inches. Take another look. The wrister goes top pipe off the crossbar. We head to overtime, tied at 2. Puck gets to the middle of the ice, and that is not a good spot if you're the netminder. Patrick Hornquist gets the puck past Brandon Holtby for the game winner. Penguins get a momentous Game 4 win. They go up 3-1 in the series. Caps now have to go, or rather have their backs against the wall for Game 5 on Saturday. Tomorrow, some of the top golfers in the world return to PGA action with round 1 of the Wells Fargo Championship. Golfers such as Rory McIlroy and Ricky Fowler will return to the links after taking a mini break following the Masters. 4-time major champion Rory McIlroy won last year's Wells Fargo in North Carolina. He said last year's win gives him confidence for tomorrow.
I've always been very comfortable on this golf course, and I think with the being so comfortable and with the great memories that I have here, it all sort of adds up to obviously a really enjoyable week, but a week where I feel like I can play really well and very strongly and have a chance to contend again.
The Wells Fargo Championship begins tomorrow at Quail Hollow Club in North Carolina. Still to come, the Fox Sports Report. Of course, we have some top plays of the day from the world of sports. How about that bubble? We'll see if it pops. We have a couple of bloopers tonight, both from the baseball diamond. They will surely make you lol. The Fox Sports Report. We'll be right back. Thanks for tuning in to this edition of the Fox Sports Report. If you'd like to see any full episodes, we have them at OregonSfox.com. And check us out on Twitter. Follow us at Fox Sports Report for all of your Northwest sports coverage. To the top plays, to the ice, Capitals Penguins Game 4. Caps Jay Beagle dumped the puck, flips it in for the goal. He virtually had zero angle on the shot. Take another look. Almost behind the red line. Wow. Off the right pipe and in. Somehow gets it past Tim Murray. Pens, they win in OT. They take a 3-1 series lead. Top play of the day, Rangers infielder Hanser Alberto gets a giant bubble going. I wonder how many pieces of gum that is. Teammates do not approve. They throw some sunflower seeds at him. Go stick it on somebody's head. That's like a hot air balloon. That's giant. Ends up bursting his own bubble. But this is a Fox Sports Report first. A bubble gum bubble has made a top play. I should have brought some gum out. I could have beat that. We have a couple of bloopers tonight. First up, Cubs Pirates. John Lester always struggles to get the ball to first. Well, that time it was stuck in his glove, so he just throws the whole glove with the ball inside of it. Rizzo drops his, catches both. That's an out. The fun way. That's a good laugh too, isn't it? Maybe Lester should always throw his whole glove over there. Seemed to get there better than two-hopping it into first. And we close out the show with a foul ball from last night's A's-Mariner game. Fan in the crowd. Gonna make a nice grab, but does some damage. Watch the replay. The fan behind him, gonna dive for the ball. Gets hung out to dry, and oh no. Guy in front of him steals the glory. Guy behind him has a couple bruises. We'll see you later.